Hello guys, in this video we're going to talk about n8n, one of the hottest tools right now. It does AI automation workflows and also AI agents, kind of into one tool. It's a no-code tool, so you don't need to know how to program to use this essentially. We're going to talk about what it is, what the differences are between AI workflows and AI agents, how to sign up for free or paid, and how to use it, right? I'll give you a demonstration on how to use it, showing some use cases, right? And then we're going to talk about how to learn more and how to improve on using it and just make this a true skill under your belt, right? So that's what we're going to go over today. So what is n8n? n8n. n8n is a tool that allows you to create workflows using things like Gmail, Excel, Google Sheets, Word doc, Google Doc, Outlook, SQL databases. What else? Discord is here. We have ChatGPT. We can use Cloud AI. We can use Gemini AI. You can use Mailchimp, and a lot of other tools that they have already synced up. So you can automate a lot of things that you do at work. Let's say, but usually this is more like corporate America. So if corporate America is where you work, this tool is really, really useful. If you're not corporate America, there's still some things you can automate with it, like Gmail, for example, right? Or Google Sheets or Excel sheets, right? So we're going to review really quick what an AI agent is. An AI agent is pretty much an AI that decides something in your workflow pipeline. So let's say you have 5 things you do, right, to step. Let's say you need to create a report for your manager, or let's say you need to check out a customer, right? Like the workflow for that is one of these steps is a decision is made that is not by you, but the AI makes a decision instead in that pipeline, right? So let's say during me making a report, I need someone to decide what kind of style I should make, right? And it's like, okay, my manager is going to be Bob versus Susie. If it's Susie, it might want a different type of style. If it's Bob, maybe it might like this type of style. If it's Richard, it might like this kind of style. So it's deciding the style of your report automatically for you without you deciding. That is an example of an AI agent, right? Now, let's say we go, another example is like an art process. Let's say you're creating a video game asset, or let's just go with that. Let's say you're creating a video game asset, right? And first you gotta design first, like, just how do I explain this to people that aren't in art? Pretty much, let's say the skeleton, like a sketch, then you want to add color, then you want to add shading, then you want to just produce it, right? Let's say the AI decides the colors that your sketch becomes, right? So if I just sketch a character that looks like me, and to turn into a 3D asset or a 2D asset, right? It will look at the sketch and it will determine, okay, I'll decide what color should go on this. And then from there, you add the shading, you add the stuff, and then you deploy it or you ship it out or you do whatever you want with that image. You use it in a product, whatever the case is. That's an example of like an AI agent. AI workflow is the AI doing something in your current workflow, right? So let's say your workflow involves the same thing, right? Producing a 2D image or illustration or whatever you're making. If the AI, instead you tell it, hey, can you make this image someone with brown skin and red hair, and then after that it gives you that image, and then you add the shading, and then you use it for whatever. That's more of an AI workflow. So you write the sketch, you ask the AI, hey, can you make this like brown for me and with red hair, and then it will produce that image, and then from there you shade it and do whatever, and then you do whatever else you need to do for like the next step, right? That's more of an AI workflow. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the examples now. So pretty much it's a great tool. Everyone's using it. Super hot, super viral. I recommend learning this if you're in corporate America. And if you're not in corporate America, you should still learn this because they're going to keep adding on more tools that you can use that attach to it, okay? How do you sign up? So I recommend, you could go here and tap get free and then sign up for the free stuff, right? But the reason why I'm against this, because you're not going to learn this stuff in 14 days. It says 14 days. You're going to get really stressed out trying to get everything learned within 14 days for free. You can try, but I just want to make sure you have a good learning experience. Because if something happens during your 14-day process, like you have a super big assignment, your parents come into town, it rains or electricity goes out, you don't want to have to panic and freak out that, oh man, I didn't get my free trial done, right? So essentially, we're gonna use this instead. We're going to buy a virtual computer that you can use for pretty much like $8 a month. And I would say within that first month, then you have more wiggle room to figure out if you want the tool or not want the tool, right? So this link will be in the video description below. So I'm gonna just choose this guy right here, choose a plan. I'm just trying to test it out. Obviously, if you're gonna use this, I recommend grabbing the other option that's the most popular. I'm gonna click 1 month, so that I pay per month. If you have the money for it, you could do the 24 months. It is cheaper at the end of the day over time. But Once a month, you pay $8, you continue, and then you sign up from there, right? And from there, once you sign up and do all the things, make sure it's only n8n that you worry about, nothing else that's selected, okay? And just sign up from there, okay? Then you'll see something like this, right, in your, like the top of your screen. I'm more zoomed in because I'm trying to hide some information that I don't want to show. But yeah, and once you sign up, you'll see this, and then that's how you know that you're in and everything's working just fine. You signed up with your credit card and all the jazz. So then I'm gonna click on Manage App. Once you click on Manage App, next you'll see something like this on your page. Once you click on Manage App, and just sign up from here for n8n, and then you should be good to go on the next step. So the next step, you'll see something like this where it's, sorry, let me expand this for you so it looks like your screen more. You'll see workflows. Yours will be empty. It'll say something like make a new AI agent, like, or test it out and then start from scratch. And then you'll see credentials. This is where you connect your account. So you connect your ChatGPT here. You connect your Google products here. You can connect anything you need here via the API that they have. If, for example, I'm using OpenAI, you're going to need the API key. You can also attach Cloud AI to this, so you need the API key. To figure out how to get your API key, if you don't know how to do that, there'll be a link below in this video showing you how to create your OpenAI API key. If you want to follow along, executions shows you workflows, like things that are running, essentially that you activated, and you can see its progress and what's going on, successful, not successful, error, when it happened, how long it took, and if you want details, or you can, sorry, that's the delete. And yeah, that's pretty much what this is for, okay? Just so you can see what's going on, right? Once you trigger an actual workflow, okay? So you're gonna go on start from scratch, right? Matter of fact, I'll show you guys one that I was making. So I was making this one. So to move around this space, you're gonna hold down the control button and click. That moves it around, or you can click this to just zoom in, and you also can zoom out like this, and you can zoom in like this, which is really cool. I like this a lot. I'm gonna zoom back in. Snapshot, zoom in. Yeah, cool. So I made a basic, pretty much it uses the AI agent in my quote unquote workflow, right? I was imagining a workflow more for someone that's doing like art, digital art and things of that nature. So we're gonna recreate this from scratch, okay? So pretty much this is a trigger, and we're gonna do it step by step. Make sure before you make a workflow, you know one from scratch. You know it really, really well, step by step. Don't try to make a workflow out of just thin air and nowhere if it doesn't already exist. To make a workflow, you need to genuinely know it step by step, what tools you use, what information you need exactly. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a good experience, okay? So yeah, it's gonna be very difficult building one from scratch if you don't have an actual process that you're trying to automate, if that makes sense, okay? So we're gonna build it from scratch, okay? So I'm gonna go back to my previous page so you guys can follow me. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's also not what I want. Cool. So we're gonna just create workflow, okay? So on create workflow, you'll see this right here, it's empty, right? We're starting from scratch, okay? So step one, I want a trigger. The trigger that I want is I want a on chat command. Yeah, on chat command. There we go. So pretty much it's gonna open up a little chat window for me and make chat publicly up. So make it publicly available. So now you can access this link. And now if I type here yo, then you will send a message. Cool, it works. Now, so that's the first thing. So the kind of process I'm gonna automate is pretty much something involving images, but I'm just showing you how it works. So clicking this, now I'm picking the next step. So the next step is I want it to go to an AI agent essentially, and this AI agent is the thing that's gonna make a decision for me, right? So I'm gonna click on AI, and I'm gonna click on AI agent, and I want it to grab the input text from previous. So when I type in yo, I want it to grab this text. Wait 1 second. No, that's not what I want. Define below. Yes, I want to define the prompt that I want. So I want it to, so let's see. I want it to, and this is where you kind of have the agent decide and figure out something for you. If this contains the word, if this contains an image, like, actually no, this contains a noun. If this contains a noun that can be displayed as an image, displayed as a specific image. And I give it examples, right? When you give examples, this helps out the prompt a lot. Examples: apple, shoe, pie, human, dog, whatever, right, etc. Dash dash. Let's dash dash and let me use normal stuff. If this contains a noun that can be displayed as a specific image, then output only the word image, right? Otherwise, output the word no only. Okay. I'll give examples for it too, like yo, hello, what's another verb? Can you make an image of a verb? No, I would say verb. Stuff like that, right? I put the word no. So now I'll put only the word no. So I'm gonna execute this. Actually, did I already attach chat input? I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna place it in front. Oh, actually, let me see if I can put it in front really quick. Hold on. Control X, Control V. There we go. Cool. I did Control X and then Control V. But I highlighted it and then hit Control X and then Control V to place it here. I hold Control, press X, hold Control, press V. That's what I'm saying. Cool. Now I'm gonna execute this step, and I want to see chat model. Oh, my bad. I gotta pick a chat model. My bad. Let me pick a chat model really quick. So the chat model I need to pick is gonna be OpenAI. That's one I already have connected in my credentials. Like I said, make sure you go connect that in your credentials. You'll see this originally. I'm gonna go to from AI, execute previous node. And I'm gonna yo, send that over. Cool, so now it's connected, okay? So you're just making sure that it works. So yeah, so that works. So the output is no, because yo is not an image, right? Let me try actually putting something in there. So let me put apple. I'm gonna run this. Once the output was image, which is good. That's the text that it said. I wanted to say the word image, okay? Cool. So now actually, because I'm gonna want it to say the name of the image. I'll put only the word of the thing I described. Let me try this one instead. Because I wanted to say the word, if I put apple, I wanted to say like apple. So I wanted to say the word apple instead of image if it's, yeah. I wanted to say the word apple if I texted apple, if that makes sense, okay? So, matter of fact, I'll say specify, then output only the word of the input. There we go. The word, only output the input word. There we go. Why is there a red space here? Okay, I guess that's just how it's formatted. All right, cool. And I'm gonna execute this step now because I really want it to apple. Cool, that's perfect. That's what I want now. So cool. So now it does that. Now memory is for attaching databases. So if you wanted to do like a RAG where it searches to a database for something, like let's say you want to Google search your database or your files, you can do that with memory. And tool is where you can attach things like Python code or JavaScript code and other really cool things. Like you can also connect like a PostgreSQL vector and things of that nature. So let's say I wanted to do a specific thing that only I can make with code. like someone on your team can make this for you, then yeah, you can attach it here. And memory, like I said, usually you want to connect like a database to it and things like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much how that works, okay? So now I want to create a situation where it's like an if statement, right? So flow is where it's like you create a fork in the road. If the AI agent says to do a particular thing, go this way, otherwise go this way, okay? So I'm gonna click on that. You can do a lot of other things too. You can add another agent that does something else on top of that. You know, you can add an in-app action, things like, you know, going to Google Sheets or Google Doc, even Notion, which is really popular, Telegram, WhatsApp, things like that. Oh, actually, WhatsApp, I don't think it's connected to this. I apologize. Or you can have it wait for a human to decide something, right? Let's say you want to signal a human, hey, double check this thing before he goes forward. You can add that in there too. Or just code, right? You can have code snippets that will activate webhooks to other websites or particular things that just whatever your coder you need or whatever app you're trying to build on the back end, you can just code that here and add that. But we're gonna add a simple just flow. Okay, I'm gonna do if. So for the flows, you can do a filter, right? Let's say I only want people above the age 25 to be included in my data, because that's my target audience for whatever I'm doing. Or let's say, loop over stuff, things of that nature. Switch paths essentially. Like, once you do this, go this way, don't go back, like stuff like that. Yeah, and it's also wait, right? You can make it wait. Yeah, you can make it wait for something else to finish so you can continue on forward. Things of this nature, okay? So I'm just to do if, right? If this, then do that, right? So let's say, so I need to modify this, Apple image. So that's what I need to do. I need this to say, plus the word image next to it. Yeah, because I need a way. Cool, that's perfect. That's what I want. So I need it to. So I'm gonna grab this, drag this here. Contains. Let's do contains the word image. So if it contains the word image, right, it'll be true or false, right? So then we're gonna execute this. It ran. Cool. So now we're gonna do if it's true. So if this statement is true, so this is the statement. The statement is that this word, which is what the model outputted out, which is Apple image, right? Or Apple image, yeah. If it contains the word image, that's the statement, right? So if this statement is true, do this particular thing. So I want it to generate an image for me using that, right? So let's do generate an image. Models Dolly, prompt, and I want to make this the image that it generates, okay? Now let's execute it just to see if it works. Cool. The image is done. We view it. It's a red apple. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. Now, if it's false, so our statement once again was if the text from the AI agent is an image, right? So I click over here to get out of it. Now, if it's false, so if it doesn't have the word image inside, I want it to just, for now, just keep things simple, right? Yeah, to keep things simple, I have it generate a sound. Generate audio. Have it generate audio. You did not tell it to make. You did not tell it a noun, right? And cool. Execute step. So to make sure this works, I'm gonna actually go in chat and say something that's not a object. So I'm gonna say like, yo. I'm gonna run this. Let it run, and now I know it works. So if I double check this, the output, I have to download the audio file and create an audio file the MP3. You have to download it to run it. It doesn't just run it here, but it works. So now I recreated my AI workflow that uses an AI agent. So this is an agentic flow or agentic workflow, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, I'm just doing an example as if it's an artist per se, right? And you can modify any of these steps. You can add something else here to do after with the image. You email it to your coworker to double check the image that you made, or you send this to your email so you can use it on a different platform now, right? Things of that nature. So this is pretty much how you create a basic workflow in n8n. Yeah, like my next step, I can like merge these two. Sorry, I can merge these two things. Like let's say I chose flow, merge, right? I can take those two things and try to combine them together potentially, but I'm not doing that right now. You know, you can do things like data transformations. I want to like modify the data in any way, but right now this is an image, so it's not text data and things of that nature. You can filter it for whatever you need to filter it for, manipulate date and time, edit fields, right? Let's say, you know, look for typos that are common, okay? So yes, now let's get into templates. So now I'm gonna go here n8n.io/workflows. Workflows, yeah. Hello. There we go. Cool. So there's a bunch of workflows, as you see, that people have already kind of created, these little templates and stuff. If you want to view them, click to explore. Yeah, so this is, for example, a super, well, yeah, this is pretty detailed flow that they have going on. Oh, also, I didn't even show you guys. Yeah, you can add like sticky notes to your thing too. So let's say you want to leave notes. You can have like sticky notes to explain what this is per se. Like, let's say I want to be like, double click to edit me, and then I'm a note. Wait, I'm a note. Oh yeah, double click edit me. Do this. This means that. Cool, and boom. Now you have a note that you can place under this one if you want to, you know, have a note on what this does exactly, so someone else can know, or so you can remember what you did last time. Things of that nature. So this note feature is really, really cool. But sorry, I forgot about that. But yes, anywho, yeah, so someone right here, they made their own workflow, and I think it starts, yeah, this is where it starts, it schedules a trigger, then it goes into this specific date range for weekly automation, fetch weekly articles from whatever that is, pre-process data, prep data for website, or remove duplicates is there, that I know, split results, yeah, splits things up, separates it, and then, yeah, and then it has a bunch of, you know, agentic RAG trend for analysis, which is really cool. This is really dope. So you can use this for free, as you can see. You can download these templates and you can use them yourself. So once you use this for free, so let's check it out. So I just clicked on, sorry, I'm gonna show you. I clicked on use for free, and you can copy template right to your clipboard. So I copy it. I'm going to n8n. Sorry guys, I have like a million windows open. I'm gonna click, let me go overview, save, create workflow. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna paste it. There we go. And when I paste it, I just did Control V. I'm gonna zoom out with that, and boom, now I have this workflow on my own n8n. Wow, this word is such a tongue twister. But yeah, so you get the idea. And then it explains you who is it for, how it works, you know, what it does exactly, how to run it, work output, and explains everything you need to know about using this, right? And people actually are making a bunch of these things all the time. You can search for different use cases you have, for different tools you want to automate, right? Let's say I want to make a Telegram automation. Let's click on it. Let's check it out. They have a bunch of Telegram automations that you can check out, and this one's free. And I'm assuming some of these aren't for free, so you know some of these are you have to pay for. But let's click on the exploring, and I want to zoom in. Let's zoom in on this. I'm pretty sure. Oh, they explain this very deeply right there. That's really cool. And we're just gonna check this out. Generate trendy idea. Oh, that's cool. Okay, it's for creating YouTube content. That's really cool. All right, but yes, so that's all for generating ASMR YouTube shorts with C Dance, Fall AI, and GPT-4. Oh, I've heard about this actual workflow. Someone told me about it the other day. So yes, but guys, that's pretty much how n8n works in AI automation and AI agents. So if you want to learn how to get really good at using this skill, I'm not gonna lie to you, be very honest. You have to just start making workflows, mess with other people's workflows, and just use the tool. Because there aren't that many really good tutorials out there, but you can learn this, and it's not that hard to learn. It's very simple to learn. It's just, I recommend starting to, you know, you can watch tutorial videos. I might link one below that I think is a really good one to check out for yourself to just expand your knowledge on it. And because like I said, I'm really big on showing you guys different creators that can, that are more specialized in it than me per se, right? And which is okay, right? We all have our specializations. Yes, I know how to use n8n, but maybe someone else is better used for that. So I'll send you that, whatever. So I'm gonna link a video below for you to check out to learn n8n more in detail if you have the time and you really want to get used to this tool, or just start making stuff on your own, start playing with it. I would highly recommend you have a workflow, you have a process you want to automate when you're making things. That's a really good way to start, something that is useful to you, so you can really curate it to yourself, or just grab other people's, their n8n processes and just run them, try to get them working. That's another way to get really good at using them. But check out the video below, and that way you can just get a head start running it. Like I said, I'm very big on exposing you guys to different creators, so that way you can maximize your learning, right? Every creator has something that the other one might not say, and I think the person below is really good at what they're doing, so just check them out, okay? But that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Remember, please reach out to me if you want to do anything involving with AI. If you want to make your own AI automations, reach out to me. If you want to learn about AI step by step, me holding your hand, if you want me to teach a group of people, if you want me to just help you just validate an idea that involves AI, right? Or help you integrate AI into your business, please reach out to me. Don't be afraid. My email is in the description of the video below. But that's it for this video, you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you and peace.